through the tears and I live through the pain. Always looking back, it'll never be the same. Fill up on my cup, but what some do say? Going through emotions, trying to drown them away. Live through the tears and I live through the pain. Always looking back, it'll never be the same. Fill up on my cup, but what some do say? Going through emotions, trying to drown them away. Going through emotions, constant steady closing. Why they always leaving without a single notice? So I slip this pain away.
What's up, everybody? It's me, D-Vibez Small. I'm back again with the Build Different podcast. Before I get started, go down below, hit subscribe, hit follow, hit subscribe, and follow on all my guest links as well. Now I'd like to introduce my guest. What's good, bro?
What's good? What's good? It's D-Vibez. Just recently changed my artist name from Dizzy T to D-Vibez. Reason being is because I found another artist that was using that name. I was just like, yeah, I ain't gonna go with that. So I went with another name that I feel that it suits me a lot better than what my own name does. So
yeah, that was actually gonna be one of my questions. When I first heard of you, your name was, you were going by Dizzy, and then
yeah, I went by Dizzy T for probably about 8 years, probably I'd say. And found out that another artist was using that name, and I was like, yeah, I ain't trying to get in trouble for no copyright type shit or anything like that. So that's why I switched it over.
Right, hell yeah. So when did you get started with like making music and shit?
See, I started writing music back in 2011, and I actually didn't start recording until like a year, almost 2 years after that. So I think I actually recorded my first song in like early 2013. Type shit, but yeah, I started way back. It was back in middle school, really. I think it was about 7th grade, maybe.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I started in, I think it's like 5th, 6th grade, something like that. I was real young. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
But like, what type of music was you listening to and shit?
Realistically, me personally, I liked a lot of the early 2000s rap and hip hop. Like, I grew up listening to 50 Cent. 50 Cent was my guy. You know, Young Buck, Lil Jon, East Side Boys, early Wayne. That's when I thought his shit was the hardest.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, I listen to a lot of old school music too, which you couldn't tell that in my music itself because my music's like a way off style from that, you know. But that's where my transition is. But I mean, fuck, I grew up listening to classical rock. My dad was always a big rock and country person, so I listened to a lot of that as well. But obviously, the hip hop scene pulled me in.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I listen to a lot of everything, a lot of classic rock. I'm always listening to like fucking House and Chains and
right.
shit. My wife be getting pissed because that's always like my go-to. Yeah, it's not like Wu-Tang Clan or some like old school 90s gangster shit. It's
right.
fucking House and Chains.
Shit, my shit was Guns N' Roses, really, man.
Yeah,
that was my shit.
That's what's up. But again, when you first started, like, did you have any specific goals for what you wanted to do, or was it more or less just, hey, I'm just kind of enjoying it, man?
Realistically, man, I started writing and recording music because my older brother got into it, and I was just like, okay. And then one of my day one homies, like, he's been with me since the start, you know. He's always been motivating me, pushing me to do better. You know, he'd give me good critics on my music and shit like that, tell me what I can change, what not to change, you know. But realistically, I mean, I've seen him and my brother doing it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I actually grew a passion for it, you know. It just kind of drew me in like that.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, I relate to that a lot, because that's kind of how it was for me when I first started. I was just kind of doing it, and then it totally evolved into something different to the point now I'm like, man, I'm meant for this shit. I don't feel like I'm really meant for anything else.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, hell yeah. So, like, as far as that, but has it grown? It's obviously grown into something different now. So, like, what's your goals for it now? You know what I mean? Anything specific right off the bat?
Well, right now, I mean, especially with this newest album that I'm working on, I'm trying to, with it being a new wave album, what I'm trying to do is generate a whole new style of music. So realistically, I'm trying to use my old style music, but throwing in this newer melodic type of sound to it as well, and try to generate a new style. So that's basically what I'm doing now with this album. It'll be split up into 2 parts. We might have part 1 and part 2, and then hopefully by the end of part 2, I mean, people are gonna be able to tell a big difference between when I first started with part 1.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm going with that.
So yeah, that was gonna be one of my other questions, and it's like I know personally because we talk and stuff, but the audience doesn't really know. So I mean, you got a new project in the works. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do with that is it's like I said, I'm cutting it into 2 parts. I want to have like 3 artists featured on each project. Whether it's the same artist or not, I'll probably use one artist from part 1 to feature on part 2 as well. Right. But other than that, I want to throw in 2 other artists that ain't been on the project or even really been on the songs with me in general, you know, to build that up. But yeah, I plan on releasing it on June 6th. If everything goes good, it'll be released then. I'll have it on Spotify, you know, YouTube, Reverb Nation, all that shit. But yeah, it's definitely been in the works. It's been a little stressful, but I mean, I guess going with a new style and trying to change a little bit about your music. I mean, that's what comes with it. Yeah, that's what comes with it.
I've been in the process of the same thing. So. Oh yeah, so June 6th. That's just in time for the showcase.
Yeah, actually.
See you out there at the showcase.
Yeah, it falls on my birthday too. That's why I'm trying to release it on the 6th.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
And then yeah, I'm trying to. 2 of the songs I believe are actually going to be songs that I perform at the showcase. The other one, I'm not too sure if it's going to be on the album just yet. Just really depends on how my next song comes out, you know. Right. Then I'll pick and choose, you know, what songs I really want to be on the album.
Yeah, I always build up like I get like 20 something songs built up, and then I just kind of like pick and choose through them, a few out, and I'm like, okay, and then the other ones are just sitting on my fucking computer forever.
Right. So songs
forget about them
ain't never been released or some shit.
Yeah, and then when I die, like my wife and my kids gonna find them and be like, oh damn.
Smart way to do it, really.
So like as far as like your brand and everything, is it just you, or do you got like a team with you, or?
I mean, when I first started, we started this own little label. Me and my brother and one of my day one homies, we was under D-Vibez money, and we went with that for a little while. But I mean, both of them kind of got in a little bit of trouble, which I wish they never did. Because hell, they'd be out these shows and shit with me. But you know. Basically, what I'm just trying to do is be consistent with my releases, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just trying to be consistent. Maybe drop a few videos. Every time I try to drop a video, I have some financial shit that comes up, and I'm just like, fuck.
Right. Yeah, that's the daily battle. I'm still trying to get it all fucking like, especially because my situation, like, you know, didn't really have anything starting out like a year or 2 ago, and now I'm finally in a comfortable position, so I'm trying to fucking hold everything down and start the brand and do all this, so I fucking definitely feel it. So like, is there any specific type of producers that you like to, I don't know, that you can pick up on anytime and, you know, make a song to their tracks, you know?
I wouldn't, not necessarily. I mean, nobody that's like, or should I say that's really reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been trying to find some like producers and shit, but with everything else that's going on, you know, I mean, especially trying to do everything myself, it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, no, I get you 100%.
It definitely puts a toe on you.
Yeah, that's why most of the time people ask me, they're like, "Oh, you produce your own stuff?" I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I started.
Find them on YouTube.
I mean, fuck, that's really how I learned all my shit. You know, all my mixing and all them tricks and shit like that. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
I watched fucking video after video after video.
Yeah, that's done the same thing. It's taken years to finally get to a point to where when I listen to it now, and I'm like, man, this sounds pretty damn good. I'm proud of myself.
Right, especially compared to what it sounded like years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely tell the difference in skill level on shit, like, everything, really.
When I first started recording on Mixcraft, like I just dubbed over a bunch of backup vocals and shit. I didn't really even adjust anything. I just fucking did a whole bunch of takes and was like, alright, there we go.
Right,
It's
right.
like, oh man, I listen to it now. I'm like, oh, this sounds like shit.
I know what that's like. Listen to some of my older shit and it's like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Right.
But
So like, what inspires you to create? You know what I mean? Like any certain type of just life shit that happens, you know what I mean? Just
Realistically-
sometimes, like beating you up or, you know, whatever it may be. Maybe you're happy and shit and things are going good and that would inspire you to do something.
yeah, I mean, that sounds about right for me, really. I mean, sometimes I just drop them songs that are just kind of like off the wall just to give, you know, my audience a little bit of a different taste from me, you know what I'm saying? So you don't get the same style every time.
Right.
But really, I let my mood kind of pick what I write about, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
right.
if I'm a little feeling down and out, I'm gonna write a song about, you know, struggle and shit like that. And
Right.
I'll let my mood predict on what my song's gonna be.
Hell yeah, I feel that. Like, what do you listen to a lot of your own music most of the time, or like, is there a certain few artists that, you know, like day to day, you know, whether you're working or, you know, you're just trying to vibe out when you're driving or when you're home cleaning and shit around the house? Is there any like certain artists that you listen to most?
I'd say now, yeah, there really is. I mean, I listen to a lot of Kevin Gates, Rod Wave, Kid Leroy. I actually found that dude here not too long ago. He's dope as fuck. But I really relate to a lot of his music and shit too. And I can see that's been picking up a lot too lately though. So
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I kind of pick up a lot of the newer school vibe in your sound, but you're taking it and making it into your own kind of
Right.
your own kind of thing. I dig it, bro. I really fuck with it. Let's see here, I have another question for you. Oh yeah, here we go. This is good. What's your recording process like? Like whenever you say when you write and record, are you the type of person like when you record, you sit down with the beat and then you just kind of immediately have something for it, or do you just play the beat on repeat and just kind of write to it over time, or like?
So basically what I do with my writing process is like I gotta hear my beat. Like it's gotta be on repeat. I'll listen to it over and over and over. Eventually my brain will get tired of it. So I always have like 2 or 3 songs that I'm working on so I can swap back and forth from another song so I don't get tired of hearing the same beat over and over. So, but yeah, usually I just throw the beat on and I'll write the hook and I'll write a verse. But now with this newer style, I've been more or less I'll throw the beat on and I'll put it on recording and I'll come up with a song as I'm recording it. Like, so when I hear the beat, I'll, you know, hum to it a little bit, mumble to it, and then I'll get a like a melody going on. Then I'll just, you know, I'll start from there.
Yeah, that's what's up. I feel that. I'm kind of the same way. A lot of times here lately, I just kind of come in here, sit down, and I'll play something. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I start writing, and the next thing I know, like 2 hours later, I got a song ready.
Right.
Oh shit, I still got it in me. Well, yeah, like again, you got your new project coming. You want to tell everybody what the release date for that was again?
Yeah, it's going to be on June 6th of this upcoming year. It'll be a couple months out from now, but it'll be, more than likely, it's going to be about 6 to 7 songs on the part 1. And then part 2, I don't really have a release date on that just yet, but it'll be 6 to 7 songs as well.
Yeah, it's good to give yourself enough time too to be able to push
Yeah,
that part 1 and kind of space it out.
Yeah, and I don't want to feel like I'm rushing myself, you know. This is one of those projects that I'm really trying to take my time on and try to perfect everything if possible, you know. But
I feel that. I've been, like I said, I've been in the same position myself, so I feel that a lot.
Still looking on a couple artists though to be able to feature on the next the part 2 album. So I mean, if anybody's ready to collab or want to do any features, just get at me.
Hell yeah, go down in the description, fucking go follow him, hit him up, listen to his music. Bro's got some dope work, so definitely get at him for a feature. Shit, I've even featured with him myself, but I don't want to talk too much about that yet. Y'all see about that one. It's definitely a dope one though, and I look forward to whenever it comes out. And that's really all the questions I got for you today, bro. I appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? It's been a dope interview. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Thank you to my guest, D-Vibez. His name should be up on the board. I get to laughing at myself because it ain't there right now. But
Right.
it's gonna be there.
Well, I appreciate your time, taking your time out of your day to do this interview, man. I appreciate it.
One thing, bro. I'm thankful to have you on. Definitely a very talented artist out of the area, and you know the whole point of this is to be able to give all of us that are we get stuck back in the shadow. You know what I mean? We don't really get pushed out there too much.
Give us that spotlight a little bit. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, this can. This works full circle for everybody, man.
Right,
and we can all fucking grow from this. We got the showcase, the What's It Worth showcase, June 19th, out at Russell Event Center. Shout out to Russell Event Center for letting me have it there and then helping me out with everything as well. So it's gonna be a dope ass thing, bro. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you out there.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And thanks again, everybody, for watching. I'm Trent B-Face Smile with the Build Different podcast. It's my guest D-Vibez. And I'm out.
Hell yeah.
Going through emotions, trying to drown them away.
We're the rejects, born with bad habits. Some of my closest homies now reside in a casket. I come from a place where it's normal to see someone get their ass kicked, but looking back, I wouldn't change a damn thing. I'm built different, not the type to make